Excelsior, and the first left, is it as it goes, the first left there by the Excelsior school, I mean,
S takes you to West Fork.
Yes.
that's S, isn't it?
Yes.
When you turn there, and you go across, and go across Knapp's Creek, and it's the first place on the right-hand side, that was my Grandpa Miller's house.
Okay.
And
They lost that during the
no,
Depression.
that's not the one
Oh.
over Harry Bartle's, over there, going up Excelsior. They call it Excelsior Road now or something. That's where when they lost the farm. This was the Miller house, first one going up through there, right? And Kirkpatrick ended up owning that place. Jack Kirkpatrick, the one that had a cheese business, he owned that one, and the one across from the cemetery at Tavere, right across the road. He owned both those farms. He bought those. Well, anyway, David Adams rented that farm, and they would load up a load of corn and bring it over to the feed mill, and they'd have it ground for cow feed, and we'd put it in sacks and load it on the back of the truck.
Okay.
So Dad would come out, they want vans, it was just a flat bottom with side racks on the side.
Right.
So Dad would stop, and I think Larry or Jimmy, probably Larry was my Jimmy was older, and myself and Bernie and probably Bradley was over here. The four of us was in the back.
Bradley Adams.
Back of the truck.
Who was driving?
My dad's truck. I don't know.
But your dad, there were two men there with you. It was
Well, I
your
think Dad was there.
Dad, and there was another man.
Oh, Dave probably went along with the feed, probably.
Okay, Dave Adams.
Because Harry, the son, had been down hunting in the bottom, in Knapp's Creek down the bottom, right across. You say that's S. That was up there.
Yep.
And then you went across that, and the driveway was like this. The house is up here, and then went down to a gully down through, and the barn was back up on the other side. And it's one of those you drive around and drive in the top of the green to unload
Okay.
above there. And anyway, as we go up and turn into the farm and start up through there, Harry was coming out from pheasant hunting or something in the bottom, and we were in the back of the truck. I don't know if we hollered or what the deal was. He pulls up. We saw him there, and he pulled up like this and shot.
At you guys, or just shot?
He had been hunting
Yes.
and thought the gun was empty.
Oh.
He pulls up and let it go, and it come up. Well, I'm telling you, four was on the back of this truck. It's 8 feet across, so you got four people here, a foot apart between them. You know, that takes care of your 7 or 8 feet in the middle. And when we started up here and heard the shot, we all fell over like this on the feed sacks. We got up there, he was laying against my arm. We were in the back of the truck, and it just blew out the whole side of his head.
Well, your dad came and helped, and
Oh yeah, of course.
I said, of course, they didn't have any trauma counseling, anything of that, and you said you had many nights of nightmares. So he was.
Was he dead right away then, Dad?
Oh, it hit Mark. It
Yeah.
Took off his part of his head.
Yeah. Well,
Did it
you
hit you at all?
Just babies. They were in the back, some lurks in the back of the truck, but as far as I know,
Well, you thought you were playing like cowboys and
Oh, sure we
Indians
were.
or
We were
something like that.
hollering and shooting or making wild stuff back there, and he
Yeah.
just,
But you told something about your dad once with the event, and I can't remember now. Maybe that he was just there and I didn't remember that.
well, Dad would drive a truck.
Yeah, yeah.
It would.
But they were out in the field and they're just, But I said,
We weren't in the field. We were in a driveway going. You come up the driveway. It
well,
flattens houses.
out in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you said you had many nights of nightmares for sure.
Did
yeah.
the sheriff have to come and investigate?
Oh, I'm
and
sure
all-
they did.
all
I mean,
that?
I don't know all the
Don't
details.
remember
I
that
wasn't
part?
old enough to know that part.
Yeah.
Well, he was 9, and it was a traumatic experience. Good
Well, no
golly.
kidding. He could have been
Yeah.
gone.
Bradley would have been a year older than
Bradley was 4 years older than I was.
Right, because wasn't he in Mom's class or something?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm sure it was him. I'm not sure positive, but those four of us boys. in
Well,
back.
if it was on the Adams farm or where they were renting.
Two different families.
They were renting.
Dave Adams and Manuel Adams. Manuel was.
Oh, Manuel's
Two different
Bradley's. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yep. What
that's amazing.
an ordeal.